What's up, guys? The King of Bong Style, Jojo Valvano here. I'm here solo discussing Monday Night Raw because my good brother's sick and he's heading to the hospital to get checked on. So prayers to my brother Brandon. Hope you get better. But we're here to discuss Monday Night Raw from last night, which was a solid show. Honestly, I enjoyed most of it. The parts I didn't care for was the women's tag team title match. Just didn't care. Dirty Dom and Dragon Lee, I didn't care for that. The 6 woman tag that had Natalia returning, I already knew that was going to happen. Didn't really care much about that match. But I did enjoy the street fight 8-person mix to begin Monday Night Raw season premiere, first hour commercial free. This match was excellent. This was awesome. I love American Made, Chad Gable, the Creeds, and Ivy Nile against the Wyatt Six, but it was Harper, or it was Rowan, Dexter, Joe, and Nikki. Which this was excellent. Loved this match. They got enough time because there was no commercials. Nikki Cross went right after her, started beating the shit out of her. Nikki Cross was my favorite part of the match, honestly. She was looking great. Like, she had a lot of great moments. She came out under the ring and started brawling with Ivy Nile and literally flipped over the table. And then, this was excellent. Honestly, Nikki Cross was my favorite last night of all the people. Like, she looked amazing. And the match was really, really good. There was a lot of good stuff in this. I thought the Creeds were going to win at times, but this was really good. This was a really good 8-person match, and it was street fight. You had freaking kendo sticks. You had garbage cans, tables. This was awesome. Loved the start of this show. This was great. The Wyatt Six basically get the win. Bo Dallas showed up in the match too. He was sitting there. He attacked, I believe it was one of the Creeds, and then Chad Gable gets the end 1, 2, 3, and the Wyatt Six win the match and the feud. Basically, I believe it's over after this. I don't think they're gonna fight no more. But this was great. I really enjoyed this match. Everyone looked awesome. Excellent way to start off the season premiere. Really, really good stuff, honestly. I really enjoyed this match. Like, big fan. I already knew I was going to enjoy it, but it was great with no commercials. Excellent. Really enjoyed this. But then Finn Balor would cut a promo after, basically talking about Damian Priest, and then he challenges him to a Bad Blood match at the at the pay-per-view for Bad Blood. He challenges him to a match, which Damien accepts, tells him he'll listen to him. I apologize. But then they start brawling, and then the Judgment Day show up, and then Mommy shows up to save Damian Priest, and they get beat up by Liv. Liv slamming a chair on her, slamming it on Priest. This was good. This was another good segment I enjoyed. They destroyed Priest and Mommy Rhea Ripley. Like, they legit beat the shit out of these two. Hit them with steel chairs. Priest even tried to save her and then started getting destroyed. And then, this was great. Really enjoyed this. They also made Rhea versus Liv official for the Women's Championship at Bad Blood. That should be great. Very excited for that. So yeah, this was a good segment. Balor and Priest was made for the Bad Blood pay-per-view as well. So 3 matches right there. That's going to be good. I'm a big fan of Finn Balor. He cut a great promo. Damien wasn't having it. He started brawling with this man, and like I said, good stuff. I enjoyed this. I'm going to enjoy that match, and plus the Rhea Liv. That's going to be some good shit, honestly. But yeah, 2 good things so far. And I also enjoyed the Braun Breaker and Braun Strowman segment they had. I thought that was good as well, so I liked that. But then there was a women's tag team title match. Like I said, I did not care. Jade and Bianca knew would retain. There's not much to it, really. I did like the segment with when they were backstage with Io and Kyrie Zane, and this was good. Like, I already know we're not gonna have new champions. Let's be real, but it's still gonna be a good little match. But Jade and Bianca are gonna retain. I don't care for the tag titles much, honestly, at all. But I love Kyrie and I love freaking Io, so I'm a fan of those two. Plus, I love Jade and I love Bianca, but I don't care for the division for the tag titles. I don't really don't. So yeah, that was like the least good thing about the first hour. I did not care about it. But then we went into the next, which was the second hour. Bret Hart is live in the ring with Wade Barrett and Joe. I forgot his last name, but the new announcer dude, which he's solid. I like him. Bret Hart was out there. They were talking about Survivor Series coming to Canada in November, so that should be good. And then Bret Hart's talking and gets interrupted by the world heavyweight champion Gunther. And this is when this segment got really good. Like, Gunther, man, saying that Bret's basically his second favorite wrestler up to Goldberg. He said Goldberg is his number one, which I laughed my ass off. I was like, oh my gosh. But Bret Hart had a laugh on a smile on his face. Like, he looked like he was laughing at that. Sammy came out after that, and then Sammy was cutting a great promo talking about how people still look up to Bret, that he's a hero backstage to all the wrestlers. He's a fan, or he's a hero to us, and he's a hero to Sammy. And then Sammy basically said, let's fight for the title. Gunther once again said no. And then Bret Hart said some shit to him, and then Gunther was about to beat the shit out of him. And then Sammy gets in his face, and they start brawling. Gunther runs away in the end, and then Sammy holds up Bret Hart's hand. And this was solid. Like, I really enjoyed this. Like, Sammy and Gunther for the world title. Take my money on that. I'm all for that match. And they're getting me more excited. I think it's going to be bad blood, I hope. Like, that makes sense. But Gunther's going to retain, obviously, but this feud's getting good. I'm interested in this. And Sammy is a great babyface, and Gunther is an amazing heel. The crowd was booing the shit out of Gunther. Like, they were booing him. You suck. You suck. Like, they were booing the shit out of him. But I enjoyed this segment, truthfully. I really did. So another good segment on Raw. And then Braun Breaker was going around to all the people in the Fatal 4-Way and confronting them. And this was the next person, Pete Dunne. And he was about to call him Butch. And Pete was like, don't call me that. Like, do not call me that. And then good little segment with them. And then Sheamus out of nowhere starts brawling with Pete, grabs his weapon, basically, and starts hitting him, and then the referees break them up. And then I figured Sheamus would show up in the main event to cost Pete or something, but that didn't happen. But I do figure Sheamus versus Pete is going to happen for the second time, which I'm fine with this match. I'm all for this. Love these two guys. And I was happy Sheamus attacked Pete, truthfully, because I figured it was going to happen, and yeah, it happened. That man brawled with this dude, started just brawling with them, referees breaking them up, and Sheamus was just like, get off me. Like, I really enjoyed this. So that was another good little backstage segment. And then we had Dirty Dom taking on Dragon Lee, which personally I didn't care for, honestly. I really didn't. There was nothing really to this match for me. Dragon Lee he's solid. I like him. And Dirty Dom is good, obviously, but there was nothing to this match really for me. Dirty Dom wins. I guess solid. It is what it is. And then we go into a 6-woman tag that personally, again, I did not care for. Shayna, Zoe, and Sonya versus Taya Valkyrie. Not Taya Valkyrie. What am I saying? Freaking Laya Valkyrie. Selena Vega and the returning Natalia, which from her home state, obviously she was. I figured that was happening. That was the surprise. I just don't care really. That there was nothing to this match. Honestly, there really is nothing. The good team won. I figured Natalia would return in her homeland. She won. And yeah, she did see Bret Hart backstage, so that was a cool little segment I enjoyed. But personally, I didn't care for this match. She returned in her home state. I figured that would happen. But then we get into one of my favorite parts, Drew McIntyre. This was some good stuff last night. Like, this was really, really good. Like, he came out there talking about CM Punk beating the shit out of him, and Punk's gone. And then literally talking about the World Championship is next. And then he also mentioned bad news for Wade Barrett, his best friend, his buddy. This was getting personal. Drew was pissed off because Barrett was basically stopping him from beating up Punk and stuff, and he wasn't happy about that. He said they were so close. They were brothers. They came to the country together, basically. Like, they've done all this stuff. They got arrested together. Like, and then he was like, if you ever do that again, he's gonna beat the shit out of him, basically. And then that's when Adam Pearce shows up and says, "Bro, like, what has happened to you? Now you're trying to fight your best friends, your brothers. Like, what is going on with you?" And he tells them to get in the ring, and then says him and Punk. He talked to Punk, and he says this stuff needs to end. Like, the stuff between them needs to end. It needs to end, and it's gonna end. And he's gonna get peace in his life because it's gonna end on October 5th. Bad Blood, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Hell in the Cell. I've been waiting for it and waiting for it and waiting for it, and it's finally happened. They announced it. Adam Pearce has said it. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, the final match inside Hell in the Cell. Let's go. This is what I've been waiting for, honestly. This feud has been so personal, and this is how you end it. Will it end, honestly, inside the cage? You never know, because they could fight forever after that. I don't know. I would still end it at this event, but this was awesome. This was a great segment. Love the stuff with Drew and Wade Barrett. Barrett even was getting up like, dude, what's your issue? I've been the one guy, like I could take a Wade Barrett. Let Wade Barrett come back from being on commentary, let him wrestle, and get Drew McIntyre and him in the ring, please. I'm all for that feud. I am all for that. Wade Barrett's one of my favorite. Bad News Barrett, love it all. Please bring him back. If not, commentary's fine. But this was a great segment. I cannot wait. Hell in the Cell, October 5th, Atlanta, Georgia. This is how you end this personal feud that's been going on since January, the Royal Rumble, maybe even back since when CM Punk returned back at Survivor Series. Drew was flipping shit too. So, like, this has been going on for a year, basically. So I'm all for this feud ending October 5th. Bad Blood inside Hell in the Cell. This is how you end a feud. A personal blood feud. This is it. So these two guys are finally going to go one-on-one once again, a third time. And even Drew was saying, Punk was saying that he beat him. He didn't beat him. He just touched 4 corners, and that's it. Drew has a pinfall over him. So this feud has to end, and it's going to end inside Hell in the Cell, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this. This probably was my favorite segment of the night, favorite part of the whole show, personally. This was great. Drew's face, too, he was like, fuck. But this was great. I cannot wait for Hell in the Cell, October 5th. Punk, Drew, 3. Let's go. But then we get to Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor. And the match was solid, but it ends with Finn Balor getting DQ'd because he's literally holding Rey on the ropes and choking him out, like literally choking the shit out of this dude, not letting go. The ref counted to 5, and then it was over. Rey won, and he's still holding him down, just destroying Rey Mysterio. Love this stuff. This was great. I love this segment. This was good. Yeah, like, Balor looked strong. Balor looked awesome. I know he lost, but one DQ won't get me all pissed off. But Balor looked awesome, so I love that, honestly. Big fan of that. But also, before I get to the main event, I got to talk about Monday Night Raw, October 7th, moving to 2 hours for the rest of the year on the USA Network. Thank the Lord. I'm so happy about this news. When I seen that, I got so emotional. I got so emotional. It wasn't even funny. Like, I'm so happy for 3 or not 3 years, for freaking about 12, I think 12, 13 years. It's been 3 hours, and it's overkill for me. When it first started in 2012, it was awesome, but 3 hours should be for specials, the draft, the slammies, things like that. That's what that should be. 2 hours is perfect for Monday Night Raw. I cannot wait. October 7th. This is going to be great. Anybody that's upset about 2 hours and not three, I understand, but no, this is good news. Truthfully, this is great news. Honestly, I'm so happy about this. Like, I really, really am. Really, really happy. Seriously, like this is awesome news. When I seen that, I got emotional. I'm happy. I really am. Like, Raw needs to go back to 2 hours, and I hope it continues on Netflix. But this is awesome. Like, thank you, Triple H, whoever did it. This is great. Great news. So I'm happy about that. Truth. I had to get that out because I totally forgot. So that's going to be great. But yeah, then we get to our main event, which also Braun Breaker was backstage with Dragunov and Jey Uso, and Jey Uso went past him, and I knew Jey Uso was going to win the main event. I already knew it. But what I didn't know, I didn't think Bronson Reed was going to attack in this match, but there was a part when Braun was messing with the freaking announce table. He turns around, boom, Bronson just gores this dude with the freaking, like, literally, like, Godzilla going after King Kong, literally, boom, onto the announce table, destroyed Braun Strowman with the crowd going, holy shit, holy shit. You wouldn't know because the USA Network blocked it. I hate that. That's the only thing I hate. But this was excellent. This part right here, holy shit, man. This dude destroyed Braun Strowman. Let's get these guys one more time, Bad Blood, and a last man standing or something like that, because this feud isn't over, and I'm all for it. After the car, and then this spot right here was so damn good. Probably my favorite part of the whole match. The match was fine. It was solid. Jey Uso wins with a splash in the end. I knew it would happen. But that spot right there, I did not think Bronson would attack Braun Roman. I didn't think Bronson Reed was going to attack Braun Strowman at that part, but that was awesome. That was fucking awesome. Like, great shit right there. So, yeah, Jey Uso ends up getting the win. I believe he pinned Pete Dunne, and then Braun on Breaker shows up and then puts the title up, and then USA ends the show like that, like out of nowhere. Puts the title up, end of show. I hate that too, but not taking that away. It was a good episode of Raw. The street fight I really enjoyed. Balor, Damian really enjoyed. Bret Hart, Gunther, Sammy really enjoyed. The Drew, Wade Barrett, and Adam Pearce segment really enjoyed. Balor destroying Rey Mysterio really enjoyed. The Bronson Reed segment when he attacked Braun really enjoyed, and the main event was solid. So, pretty solid show, honestly. Taking away the tag team women's match, the Dirty Dom match, and then the 6-woman tag. Those segments, those things, I personally did not care, honestly, at all. Wasn't a fan. Did not care. But other than that, like, solid show, like 3 out of 5. I'm excited for Bad Blood. It's looking stacked. You got Damian and Balor, Rhea versus Liv. I'm hoping Sammy and Gunther for the world title. I would think CM Punk and Drew Hell in a Cell, and then Gunther versus, or I just said that. What am I saying? Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. I would add in on that show too. And if I have to add one more, because I want the show to be like great, but if you're not going to add in Braun Breaker, add in the Bronson Reed versus Braun Strowman in a last man standing, something, no rules, so they can just brawl everywhere, because Bronson has been looking like a monster. Like, he had COVID last week, so he wasn't on, but tonight, right back at it. Destroyed Braun Strowman. I did not see this coming. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I was like, I see this man messing with the announce table. I'm thinking he's going to destroy someone. He turns around. Boom. Just destroyed by Bronson Reed. Great stuff. Really enjoyed that. Excellent. Like I said, the beginning of the show with the street fight, Balor, Damian, the Bret, Sammy, Gunther, Drew, Adam, and Wade Barrett, the Balor segment, and the main event. 6 solid, great things to the show, other than those things that I said I didn't care for. This is a thumbs up episode of Raw. I really enjoyed this. I really did. Like, yeah, honestly, those 3 things, and I personally did not care for it. But everything else on this show was solid to good to even great. Like, the great was honestly the Drew segment, and then honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I would put Bronson, that when he attacked Braun, I thought that was a great. Like, that was awesome. That was freaking awesome. So hopefully they get booked for Bad Blood, because that's Bad Blood right there already. Like, I'm all for this feud ending at Bad Blood, but these guys are gonna kill each other if they get a last man standing. So I hope that happens. But yeah, solid season premiere. I wish they would have done more with the stage set and stuff like that. But we have Netflix coming up, so hopefully they do that. But Raw moving to 2 hours is such a great move in my opinion. Like, I'm so happy about that. So happy about that. Like, I am beyond blessed about a 2 hour Raw again. We don't have to wait no longer freaking 3 hours for the whole rest of the year. Like, I can't wait about that. That's gonna be a great time. Seriously, I'm happy as hell for that. Cannot wait for October 7th. We got 3 Raws left, I believe. Yeah, 3 Raws left: the 16th, 23rd, and 30th or something. Yeah, so 3 Raws left. Can't wait. 3 more 3 hours. Like I said, I was happy about it in the beginning, but just do it when specials, like draft nights, stuff like that. That's when you should do it. But this was an excellent, good show. I enjoyed it for the most part. The season premiere was solid. I just wish they would have done more with the stage set and all that, but Netflix is coming up. So I did read, though, that the Fist for SmackDown is supposedly coming back on Friday for the season premiere. I hope that's true. I really do. Like, I really do. Plus, bring back the theme song from 2006. Do something big for SmackDown. You didn't do it for Raw. Save it for Netflix, fine. But do something big for the Raw USA debut, please. Plus, they said 3 hours of SmackDown. I don't think that's true. If it is, fine. I don't want it every week, though. Do it just this week because it's the season premiere, but not every week. But if that's not true, because you never know reports, then it is what it is. But I hope it's true just for this week, just for the season premiere, because I would love a 3 hour show just this week, but not every week. But I am excited for the season premiere of SmackDown. Should be good. Hopefully they do something with the stage set and new music and stuff like that. Just make it feel special. That's all. But yeah, this was a good episode of Raw. Really enjoyed it. Bad Blood build is looking awesome. I'm excited for the pay-per-view. 2 hours of Raw. Some great stuff in WWE, truthfully. So that's awesome. But we will be back on tomorrow for AEW Dynamite. Appreciate you guys joining me this morning. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we will see